In this video, we're going to talk about measures of relative standing. In particular, we're going to talk about percentiles. Okay, so percentiles tell you where one observation stands relative to everything else in the data. So let's see, we have a sample of 10 boys that are age 2 years old, and they have their height measured. Okay, so this is their height in inches. Right. So Matthew is 30 inches, and we want to know what percentile is Matthew. Right. So to calculate percentile, the way we calculate percentile is we calculate the number of values that are less than 30, and then we divide that by the total number of values. All right. So let's write that down. Number of values or data less is the keyword, less than 30, and then you divide that by the total number of values. Okay, so let's go ahead and calculate that. See, how many values are less than 30? 28 is less than 30. 25 is less than 30. Okay, so 2 values were less than 30 out of the 10. Oh, right. Yeah, we should probably multiply this by 100%. Percentiles are usually given as percentages. So take whatever fraction you get and multiply that by 100%. Okay, so take this and multiply it by 100%. Okay, so that will be, 0.2 divided by times 100% will be 20%, right? So Matthew is in the 20th percentile, is what you could say, right? So in other words, you would interpret this as 20% of 2-year-olds are shorter than Matthew. All right. Another way that you could interpret it is you could say, well, Matthew, you could put a positive spin on it, I guess. Say Matthew is taller than 20% of his peers. Right? These are two different ways of saying the same thing. Right? Okay. So let's see, what if we want to find the height that corresponds to a particular percentile? So say we want to find the height that corresponds to being in the 25th percentile. Well, there's actually a nice little equation to help us calculate this. It's L equals K over N, K over 1,000, or 100. I meant to say K over 100 times N. All right, so where L is the position of the percentile you're looking for, okay, or location. I guess L stands for location. Location of the percentile. Right, so like the first observation, the second observation, right? That's what L would stand for. K is the percentile itself. Okay, so percentile. So in this case, K would be the 25, right? Because we're talking about 25th percentile. And N is your sample size. Right? In order to use this equation, you should first sort your data, because L is going to give you the location of the percentile of a sorted data set. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that first. Let's go ahead and sort this data. 25, 28. Let me go ahead and cross out the data points as I go, so I don't miss any. Looks like the next one is 30. 31, 30, 31, 33, 34, 35, 36, okay, so 33, 34, 35, 36, 38, and 40. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this equation. So L equals, so K is 25 divided by 100 times, the sample size is 10. Okay, so we can get out a calculator to calculate this if we want. Let's go ahead and clear it out. So it'll be 25 divided by 100 times 10. 2.5. So L is 2.5. Okay, so when L turns out to be a decimal, you always round up. Round always up. Okay, even if it was 2.1, right? You always round up to the next whole number. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, right? Round up to the next whole number would be the third position. Okay, so the 25th percentile would be someone who is 30 inches, right? So 25% of the 2-year-olds are less than 30 inches. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's do one more where we need to find the 90th percentile this time. Okay, so we're still going to use the equation. L equals K divided by 100 times N. Now we're talking about finding the 90th percentile for this data. N is still 10. Okay, so if you plug this into a calculator, let's see. Let's go ahead and clear out the calculator. 90 divided by 100 times 10 is 9. All right, so now when this equation gives you a whole number, you need to average the that number with the next rank. Okay, so let me go ahead and write that. When L is a whole number, average in this case would be the 9th and the 10th. So always the current one, so whatever L equals with the next observation. So the 9th and the 10th. All right, so if we go to our data, let's look at this. So where is the 9th and the 10th? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the 9th observation and the 10th observation. So I need to average 38 and 40. All right. So the 90th percentile then would be the average of 38 and 40. So go ahead, add them up, divide it by 2. Should get 39. Okay. So the 90th percentile is 39, which means that 90% of 2-year-olds are less than 39 inches